going on, guys? So, I don't know how to say it. I guess we're just gonna break straight down to it. The bad news has come. So I haven't been doing a lot of videos lately, just been hustling, rushing, getting everything ready for the dyno, getting everything all done. So we went to the dyno and pulled out a pretty big number. I'm pretty impressed with this motor. So we made 548 horse and 595 foot-pounds of torque. That is way more horsepower than this motor should be putting out at our elevation. We're on 35 pounds and, you know, just putting it in. The car is fast. So I did screw up and I hurt the tranny a little bit on the dyno. We pulled that and I got that fixed. And I'll probably put that in a different video. What I screwed up, it was not the transmission builder or anything like that. I screwed up. Anywho, the camera shut off there, but anywho, I got the transmission fixed, put it back in. We took it over to the body shop, over to Lane's place, and I got the back little thing fixed up. The burn through that I did, got that fixed, got a big old dinger here fixed, and we are pretty much ready for the wrap. And this is where the bad news comes in. On my way back from the body shop last night, I decided to make a little pull, nothing crazy. And I hurt the motor in a sense. So got back to the shop and it was blowing coolant everywhere. You can see all the coolant kind of dried up now. And I made one pull, smelt a little bit, made another pull, and that was the final straw. So a lot of water was coming from down here. This is where the water pump is at. And I'm not sure, I can't see it, but I'm not sure if I push the water pump seal. That is also right here is where the head connects down there. Let me get some light on. Right down here is where the head connects to the block, and there's the water pump. So kind of looking at it, I may have pushed that head gasket out right there, running 35 pounds. So that's a possibility. So right now, the motor still runs and drives great. It was starting to overheat a little bit. I didn't hurt nothing, shut it right off. So motor still runs and drives great. I've got another head gasket in there. I've got another water pump in there. I've got everything to fix this. So that's not too big of a deal. My question is that I'm asking a lot of this motor. We all know it. It's a lot of horsepower for this little RB20. I got a lot of money into this motor, and I don't want to catastrophically hurt it where it's going to cost me more to build or rebuild when I want to use this motor for the 260 outside. Maybe we'll go outside and we'll check that out as well and show you guys the build on that one. But I want to make sure this motor is still good for when we go to put that in and not catastrophically hurt it. So we have a big change of plans. I am going to pull this motor in the next day or so, and I am going to do an LS swap. I've already priced everything out. I've kind of got everything set in plan. Everything's in motion. I got a block coming this weekend, and we're going to swap it in real quick and still try to hit the races. I have the Turbo 400 in there, so that's going to match right up. I've done all the measurements. We know everybody's done LS swaps in these cars, so it's nothing new. I just wanted to know for myself how much room side to side. I've done all the math there. And trying to figure out turbo placement, hot side, cold side for the LS. That's going to be the biggest thing. So I want to get a block here and get it in the car so I can start mocking up all the fabrication side of the motor and get that ready to go. And then I'll pull the block back out. We'll build it real fast and get it ready. Another issue we had with this was the stall converter it's just too tight. So I couldn't build any boost off the line with this car. So that was another big issue. I can only get the car to rev up to about 2,000 RPM on the trans brake. And we could loosen up the converter a little bit more, but the transmission builder said it's already pretty loose. You'd be losing a lot of top end by loosening up the bottom end. So I could hit it with a shot of nitrous on the bump or whatever on trans brake, to get it to spool up over. But like I said, you know, we're already asking a lot of this motor already. If we hit it with a shot of nitrous, what else is gonna happen? So, you know, you gotta learn when to call it quits, in a sense. I'm not quitting. I'm quitting with this setup in this car, but I'm gonna put it back in the other car and probably put a smaller turbo on it and turn it down to about 350 and enjoy the car, and it'll still be fast. But the goals we have for this car are just, you know, we want to be faster, so that's what we're gonna do. So kind of sucks. I don't want to pull the Skyline, but we need to do what's best and not cost us more money. So here in a second, I'll go outside, I'll show you the 260 and how we're probably gonna run with that build as well. All right, so let's check out this 260 I've been talking about forever. Here she is. So she's a little rough shape, I ain't gonna lie. Freaking, but I got punch panels. We did fuck up the other day. I was moving a Mustang that I had over here, and we turned, and we got the whole door and quarter. I'm pretty sad about that. But I've got more doors, I've got hatches, I've got tons of stuff for this car. I did have another car, we cut the roof off over there for this, because somebody had cut in a sunroof on this thing, and I think my kids were standing on there as well, little assholes. Anyway, we'll cut the roof off, put that roof on, all that good stuff, put all our good panels on here. I've got brand new suspension for the rear, you know, pretty much everything to make this car just as sweet as the other one. So, and then I'm not sure if we'll paint this one. I'm sure we'll paint this one, just because I want this one to be more my show car and street driver. I'll go back to a manual transmission on the RV, just because that's what these cars are set up for. It's just easier that way. So back to a manual transmission, turn it down, put a smaller turbo on it. 350 horse, and this little car will be just fine. I always like to fill the antenna holes and things like that. You know, this car will be really sweet when it's done. There's some things that I would have changed on my build originally that I wouldn't have done. So the good news is I got another chance to build another car and be just as good. That nasty rear end, where that came from. Yeah, like I said, we got I think we got a game plan. That's a pretty cool car. And this is a Camaro that me and my brother were building for him for high school graduation. Got a 350 in it. I think it's a turbo 350 trans in it. Runs pretty decent, but needs some body work, so. My other thought process on the 240 or the 260 is kind of going off the wall. I have a 350Z front and rear subframe with everything, all the stuff on it. I've got the rear end in the shop, and I've got everything front and rear. So I kind of thought about chopping out all the 240s or the 260 stuff and putting all that subframe stuff inside there. So that'd be kind of cool. Back inside. Not sure if I want to do that yet, because the 350Z body was a lot wider than the cars were, so you know, we definitely have to go with like a wide body kit on that car and things like that. But it is going to be my show car, so I think that would be a cool build for YouTube. Let me know what you guys think. Should I do the 350Z subframe and all that and make it wider? You know, let me know your thoughts and comments on that. And yeah, we're just gonna keep moving forward. I'm really sad about the motor and all that good stuff, but I've thought it through, I've sat down, I've figured it all out, and it's not catastrophically hurt yet. It's still good. So let's not go any farther. You know, let's make the right decisions. I've made the wrong ones in the past and kind of screwed up. Cost me tons and tons of money, so. All right, that is the end of my rambling. This will be the end of the video. I appreciate you guys watching. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. That's definitely helping. We're growing little by little. It's fun, and I'm bummed that we got to pull this thing, but it's for good reason and all that other stuff. So I'm sorry to everybody that was excited to see this car run on it, but You know, you got to know when to call it quits and all that other good stuff. So, not quitting, just change your pace, change your direction, whatever you want to call it. But got to quit with this little setup or it's going to keep costing me money. So, the next video is going to be us pulling that guy right there, pulling it out of the car. So, we'll catch y'all later. See you in the next one.
Damn.